Hi guys. We are doing a live on this Monday, and hello Rick. We're doing a live this afternoon. Since we skipped the live last week on Thursday, and we're gonna talk about cast iron cookware, cast iron giveaways, and yeah. But right now, I'm going to make dinner real quick. So bear with me, guys. You guys caught me in the middle of making dinner, so yes, bear with me. You guys can be here watching me cook for the family while I get everything ready for baking. Val's Black Cats Rule. Yes, I do feel a lot better. I think it was a cold or something similar to a cold. Thank goodness it wasn't the flu. Although I did get the flu shot this year. I hadn't gotten the flu shot since 2018, but I figured it wouldn't hurt, so I did get the flu shot, and I want to say it might have helped. You guys can chit chat amongst yourselves. Give me about 2 minutes. Yes, you're getting chicken nuggets.
Joel's getting pizza.
Yes, Joel's gonna get some pizza.
Ta-da! He's getting pizza.
Go. Careful.
Yummy! Daddy, I want your tablet.
Almost there, guys. Almost there. Bear with me.
I don't see it. You don't know. You can't see the TV. I want your tablet.
No, I'm using it.
Daddy, I have Sprite.
No. No soda. You can have juice. All right, guys. So we're going to be talking about baking today,
Dad, I think cool.
and we're going to do a giveaway. So I think that this will be the last giveaway I do for this year. So I'm kind of going all out. I'll show you guys what the giveaway is going to be about. It is going to be about some Lodge cookware. Also some other goodies that is for baking. So for bread baking or anything of that, this will be a good gift for you guys. For those of you that like to bake, or for anyone for that matter that wants to learn how to bake, this will be a great way for you guys to start. But we'll get to that in a minute. I as I mentioned before, I think 6 minutes have gone by, but before we get started, I have to cook dinner real quick. So I'm bringing you guys, or I'm having you guys tag along to me cooking dinner for my wife, so she can eat right now. Once we get her set, then we'll get going with the live. Go grab your stuff, please. No, Isel, that's the neighbors.
Daddy! Daddy, where's my tablet?
Go tell your mom.
Mommy?
Alright guys, so this is the Staub or Stobe 10-inch pan, and they actually had this on sale for the Black Friday weekend for $100. So if you guys were interested, I think they might still have them like at Sur La Table or Sur La Table. I don't know how to pronounce it. And almost every single outlet, every single cookware store will have these pans. They are enameled inside and out, and they do have these on sale. Just throwing that out there for anyone that's interested. You guys can find these for $99 for now. So, and this is the color that I got. But let's start this. So something simple for tonight. My wife, we went to Costco, and that's probably enough butter. We went to Costco, and she saw she really liked the raviolis that are from Costco that are butternut squash. So we're gonna give that a try and see if it's any good. And all we're gonna do is just a little butter and toss the raviolis in the butter with some pepper, and that's about it. Add some Parmesan at the end, and hopefully she'll enjoy that. Seems like a lot of butter. Probably is, but well, we'll see. We'll just be tossing this in this butter, and I'll be reading along to what you guys are saying. That way I know what the chat is talking about. So bear with me. I'm gonna bring up my video so I can see. There we go. So hello Debbie, good to see you. Cynthia Wesley, Billy Lee Lahone, thank you guys for joining tonight. Corey Clark, Val's Black Cats Rule, Rick, thank you once again for joining tonight. As I mentioned, we're going to be doing that live. That's going to be towards the end. So bear with me, guys. We're going to be baking today. I just have to knock out dinner real quick. But we are still using cast iron. So this is an enameled piece from Staub or Stobe. And it's a very beautiful pan. I like it a lot. 10-inch. So it's one of their smaller 10-inch pans, or standard 10-inch pan, I want to say. They do have. I did showcase the 12-inch. I've had that one for years now, and I like it a lot. So I'm glad that I got the small version of this. Alrighty, I think we're ready to toss some ravioli. And this is the butternut squash ravioli from Costco. We're gonna give that a try. The instructions recommend just to toss them in with a little bit of butter and pepper. Let's see, no, it's not hot. Where's my pepper grinder? Oh my goodness. Oh, here we go. A little bit of pepper, and at the end, we're just gonna toss that with some Parmesan, or plate with some Parmesan. And I did boil that already, so it's already cooked. We're just tossing it with some butter, as I mentioned. And we're gonna plate it with some Parmesan. Sadly, we do not have real Parmesan. We have the box stuff, or the pre-grated stuff, or grated Parmesan, which is what I use for emergencies when I don't have any Parm. There is a difference, so if you want to emulsify a good sauce, you want to use the real, like, block cheese. Don't use anything that's not. I'll be honest, this has, to prevent it from caking, the additive, from what I've heard, I don't know if it's true or not, but they've said that it's like sawdust, but it's a very small amount, and also it's not harmful according to the FDA. But anyway, that's just a quick rant. And there you are, quick dinner. And now, I'm not going to use all that butter. I'm going to leave it there. Now top it with some Parmesan. And there we are. That's the dinner. Hopefully my wife likes it. So I'm going to serve her. We're going to get started, guys. Okay. Get them. 4 minutes. But anyway. Alright guys, so that was that. we're gonna get started today. I'm gonna showcase what the giveaway is about. That way you guys can see, because that's what the title of the video is today in the live. And so yeah, we're gonna get that started. I keep saying that, but I'm trying to get started. Alrighty guys, just trying to pick up real quick. Whoops. Alright guys, so we're gonna move you guys so you guys can see some here what we got going on. Okay, so I do have my oven preheated. I'm just gonna bake a loaf so you guys can see, but the giveaway is going to be these two books here. We're going to have these two Lodge books for the giveaway as well. So I will be including them. I've skimmed through these. I've used these. I have my own set. And but I had two extras, and I figured it would be a great way for those of you that love cooking and maybe want a little bit more inspiration to go this route, and we'll include the cookbooks. We're also going to be including one of the bread mat. This is for, I'll show you guys in a minute what this is for, but it's for any kind of baking in a sense, mostly artisan style breads. So we're going to include that as well. Alright, the next thing that's included in this giveaway is going to be the bread baking kit. This is a sourdough bread kit, which includes so this is brand new. I haven't used it, haven't opened it. It includes a proofing basket, a dough scraper, a bowl scraper, also a scoring knife, and a small linen cover or linen like cover for the proofing if you want to proof with with the dough inside of that linen, or use it as a cover. So this is going to be included as well. So it's going to be this here, the two cookbooks, and the cast iron. The cast iron will be this double Dutch oven, and I've showcased it several times. I've used it maybe 2 to 3 times to bake bread. I have not used it for anything else. So in a sense, the only thing that I've done with it is just given it a couple rounds of seasoning of my own. I like using the cast iron Chris seasoning compound, which I find it to be one of the best ones. I've used many, but I like his the best. And that's not just because he's, one of the more popular influencers on social media, but because his compound is actually really good, and to the point that Butter Pat also sells his compound under the Butter Pat name. But this is a double Dutch oven. You can see you got a skillet form over here for the lid. So the beauty of it is that you can use the bread mat on top of this here and place your loaf here, score your bread. And then this could be inverted, and you can actually use it as a cover to bake your bread. So you can use it this manner. The other thing obviously is that you can use this as a Dutch oven. So this could work as a Dutch oven for deep frying, for stews, or anything of that nature. And if you like, you can use this as a skillet for, pancakes, or anything for sauteing anything. It could be technically a dual handle skillet, which is also pretty awesome. So a lot of things that you can do with this double Dutch oven. and it's one of my favorites. I have Lodge sent me this, and I have one of my own. So I figured it'd be a great way to to support Lodge in a sense. I'd like to give this away to somebody. They did. I am one of the Facebook moderators for Lodge, so they do give us gifts, and this was one of them that they gave us. But as many of you know, I do have a lot of things already, so a lot of cookware already, so I don't mind giving these out. And as I mentioned, this is like a brand new. You can tell, that's just my handprint because this was cold. So yeah, that's like a brand new piece. So with that being said, let's get to the baking portion of the video. This is going to be the giveaway, and this will be towards the end of the live today. So if whoever wants to stick around, we're going to do that towards the end. No secret word or anything of that nature. We're just going to do a random generator, which is numbers for those of you that have done the giveaways with me. And so yeah, we're going to get started. We're going to bake a loaf of bread that I've had in the refrigerator for some time now. But the reason why we're also baking a sourdough is because I want to showcase the Challenger bread pan that I recently acquired. But with that, let's get started. Okay, guys, let's see. What are you guys talking about? Hello, Handsome Stone. Good to see you. Good evening. Let's see. Alrighty, I think we're pretty much ready, guys. I know I've kept you guys waiting, so let's jump into this and bring out the dough to get it ready. So this has been in the refrigerator for over 48 hours, which I think at this point it might be overproofed. Yeah, there's a lot of. So I think if I score it, it might just go flat. There's a lot of gas in this, or maybe it won't. But I don't know. I haven't really done this before where I overproof my bread, but somewhat of an experiment for me. We will be doing some baking today. And we'll be finding out together to see what happens. So we're going to get that set. All right, guys. So I mentioned one of the pieces that I'm going to be giving away is going to be a bread mat. So I have several. This one's mine here. And this is a silicone, I don't know exactly how to say it, but it's just, instead of using parchment paper or something else, this is a great way for you to save on parchment paper because it's reusable. So I like this a lot. I've used it many times. I'm not sponsored or endorsed by them, but these are the tools that I like for baking. So this is going to be included. It's obviously it's one that's new in the box, so that will be included for you. And I'm going to show you guys, how I use it. So I like placing it on top. From there, I'll place my peel here. And what I'm going to do is just lift this up. And we'll flip it around. And, oh man, I think it's stuck. Alright, yeah, see, I don't think I'm gonna score this one. This one I think is gonna go very flat. So we're just gonna leave it do its own thing. But usually what you want the bread lump for is for scoring. So the one that's included in that baking kit is similar to this one. So this is the razor. They call it a bread lump for those of you that might not know. But what in essence is it's a razor, and you can do beautiful designs with it, or you could just score it so that way the bread has a beautiful place to open up to release some of that steam. But I feel like this one might go flat if I do that, because it is overproofed. So we're not going to do any of that today, but just so you guys know, typically you do want to score your bread and before you place it into the Dutch oven, but we're not going to do that today. Also, you want to preheat your baking vessel. That way you have it nice and hot when you throw it in the oven, and it'll bake fairly quickly. So one little trick that I wanna. Okay. So one of the little tricks that I've learned baking is if you use a wire rack, it will prevent your bread from being scorched, and I just want to show you guys what I mean by that. So bear with me. Alright guys, I'm going to move you guys. So this is the Challenger bread pan, which is essentially just like the Lodge Dutch oven. And we're going to be using that to bake the loaf of bread today. This is a very unique piece. This one here is made in the USA as well, just as Lodge. And you know, they did have these on sale for Black Friday for about $250. They do retail for $299, so somewhat expensive, but I feel like for the $250 that was a great deal. So hopefully some of you guys, for those of you that like baking, you guys can I think they still have a deal going on, so if you go to their website you guys can still get some kind of deal. And yes, it is expensive, but they do offer some other things, and a lot of things that are made here in the US are going to be a bit more pricey than the Chinese counterparts. And I do have something similar to this that is made in China, and it works just as well. Or I'm sorry, it's made in Brazil, and it works just as great. So we're just gonna use this real quick. And oh my goodness, I'm having what is this called? The you know, the baking rack and the pan, or I'm sorry, my goodness. Well, this is the trick that I like using, and that will help you guys prevent, to prevent the loaf from scorching. But anyway, as you can tell, this one already went flat. That is an indication that this bread is overproofed. So yeah, I'm not expecting anything amazing out of this bread, but we're still gonna bake it, because you can still bake it and you can still eat it. There's nothing wrong. It's just not gonna rise the way it should. So that's one of the downsides of waiting too long. So you want to be quick, and we're gonna just take this off here. Place it on the pan, or I'm sorry, yes, the bottom portion of that. Well, hopefully you guys can see a tiny tad better here. There we go. And that's what I like about this bread mat, is that it gives you a way to transport it or move it around. Alrighty. Now we're gonna cover it and let it bake. We'll see how it does. Alrighty. And there we are. Now we're just gonna place it in the oven, and this is scorching hot. I did not preheat the cooling rack, just the pan itself. It's going to bake at 450 for 20 minutes. And in the meantime, we're going to be talking about some cast iron. Alright. So that was that. Nothing too crazy. So over the weekend, I went out and actually, I'm sorry, it wasn't over this weekend. It was over 2 weekends ago, and I did come across this nice lodge. This is a 3-notch lodge, and I got it for $5, so very inexpensive. So what I want to do is obviously give it a round of seasoning, and but first I think what I'm going to do is give it a quick clean, wash it out, and it doesn't look like it's rusted whatsoever, so it's in pretty good shape. I don't think that they did much with it. I think somebody had restored it and just gave it maybe one light coat of seasoning. But for $5, I figured it was a great deal. There's no way I was going to pass this up, even though I have one already. But this one here is milled. The one that I have does not have these beautiful mill marks, and it is smooth as can be. The one that I have, and I'll actually bring it out so you guys can see the one that I have. Similar to this one, just obviously mine is a lot darker. This one does not have much of a color to it. So let me bring that one out so you guys can see, and we'll do a quick comparison. The other thing that I want to show you guys is the size. I didn't know that the 3-notch were bigger than the modern 10-inch. So these are slightly bigger in diameter than the modern lodge skillets. So many of the lids don't work for the modern lids don't work for these pans, which, as I mentioned, I didn't know that. And I'll show you guys what I mean. I'll bring out some skillets so we can do some comparisons. We'll talk about that as well. Bear with me, guys. Sorry about that, guys. Took longer than I expected. I have to go looking through my collection. But anyway, well, let me scoot the camera back just a bit. Here we go, better. So as I mentioned, this is a $5 lodge that I got over the weekend, 2 weekends ago. So a beautiful piece, in my opinion. And here is my other 3-notch. So here's the other one that I have. And this one very beautiful. I love the patina on it. It's fairly smooth. It's not rough. And even though it's not milled, it's one of my favorite Lodge 3-notch that I own. I feel like this is, definitely a keeper, and I've showcased it on the channel several times. But this one here was probably one of the first vintage pieces that I got from Lodge. And back then, I was on cloud nine. I was so ecstatic of just owning one of the 3-notch. And this is before, I got so much knowledge from all the other channels here on YouTube about, vintage cookware. So once I obviously started learning more about the other companies, Griswold, Wagner, Wapak, Birmingham Stove and Range, all the other ones, Atlanta Stoveworks. What's the smiley one? Favorite Piqua? No, which one's favorite? Martin Stove and Range. I can't remember which one has the smiley logo, but anyway, I started learning about those and also started collecting those as well. But this one still has a special place in my heart. But this one here is different than the 3-notch that I have there. I do know that this is the Blob that many people refer to as the Blob when they switched over to the 3-notch. So it's a fairly heavy skillet, but it's a beautiful skillet, and I love it a lot. And they are very similar in dimensions, but as I mentioned, this one here, beautiful mill marks, and obviously there's no way I was going to skip out on this one, especially for the price. So one thing that I do want to ask some of you guys that might know is this one older or newer than the this one here? Because I don't have much information. I think from what I know, I think this was when they first started using the Disomatic. I think that's what it is, Disomatic machine, where they switched over from hand pour to the automated stuff. And I believe because this thing is darn near perfect, so the casting on this is beautiful, and it looks very machined. But I'm not sure if I believe this one's older than this one here, when they started adding the SK and the D2 on the underside. But if any of you know, let me know in the comments. And as I mentioned, that's the beauty of being on the hunt for cast iron cookware. You never know what you're going to come across, and I really enjoy looking for pieces, and I'm always surprised of the things that I can find and still find. So as I mentioned, it's just something that I wanted to showcase to you guys. Alrighty, the other thing that I did want to show you guys is this. This is the Cracker Barrel. This is the Rise and Shine Cracker Barrel skillet. And one thing that I did mention is that these modern Lodge are smaller than the 3-notch. I'll show you guys what I mean by that. So if I line them up, you can tell there is a small portion here on the lip. I don't know if you guys can tell. There, you can tell. There's definitely a bit of a difference here. So yeah, if you guys have the 3-notch, they don't work. The lids won't work with the new lids won't work with the old 3-notch, which I didn't know that. So kind of a surprise to me. Trying to see if I can get a better angle of this. Sorry guys. So yeah, you can kind of see it here. You can see, yeah, there is a difference here. This one's slightly bigger, but I think it's pretty awesome. I do like that it's in great shape, considering that it's, well, at this point it's around 40 years old, the 3-notch. So yeah, a little thing that I didn't know, that the newer modern ones are smaller than the 3-notch. But yeah. And there is a weight difference on the milled one. This one does feel a bit lighter than this one. This guy feels heavy than compared to this one here. So I don't have my scale with me, otherwise I'd weigh it for you guys. So yes, that is something that I came across. Now let's see. I do want to see what you guys have to say. Let's see. Let me read some of the comments. Alrighty, guys. Let's see. Cast iron Honey Badger says, "Is today Thursday?" No, today's not Thursday. It's Monday, start of the week, or start of the work week. So yeah. No, I did. I've been wanting to do this, so to stream, and obviously last week I didn't feel well. I did get sick. I had a big headache, runny nose, and it just was not fantastic, and I felt miserable. But luckily, that was only for about 2 to 3 days. By today, I felt so much better. So that's why today I woke up this morning, and I figured, you know what, today would be a great day to do a live, and I enjoy spending time with you guys. Let's see. See what else. Oh man, I don't even know where I'm at. Let's see. Jim Langford says the SK should be a newer version from what I remember. Yeah, I think so as well. Because as I said earlier, this one, the only thing that it has is that blob and just the 8, where I think they started adding the SK later rather than right away when they switched over from hand pouring to the automated stuff. Yeah, Honey Badger says SKs are from 60s through 80s. So would you say, I always figured that this one here was in the 60s as well. I mean, it doesn't have the SK, it just has the blob on the top. But I figured this was 60s as well. When did Lodge? I thought Lodge was using the Disomatic machine in the 60s. Or they started in the 60s. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Val's Black Cat's Rule says, the hubby's starting to get fussy about my cast iron addiction. Oh no. That's not good. My wife was not very happy when I started. At first she was okay with it, but then she started to see more and more, and it wasn't that I was collecting or buying new stuff. It was mostly vintage, and she started seeing the increase in vintage pans, and that's when she started to say, hey, what's going on here? And I'm like, well, it's a little hobby I picked up, and once I started doing the YouTube and all that, she's been very easygoing, I'll be honest. And she could be worse. She gives me up, she'll be upset here and there. And I said, I need them all. But it's never a problem. Thank goodness. My mother used to say all the time, with words you will understand each other. So we do a lot of that. We talk. Let's see, what else do we have here? Born in 1500. Even though the blob doesn't have the SK, that doesn't mean it's older. They weren't consistent with their markings all the time. Okay. Let's see, what else do we have? Right, I have so many number 8s, guys. That's probably my most common skillet is a number 8. I have many number 8s. I collect a lot of the Lodge, like this one here. That's the new Cracker Barrel one. This one here, yeah. So I have a lot of these, especially from Cracker Barrel. I like their stuff. They got a lot of cool designs, which I like a lot. And yeah, I collect out of all the eights, I probably have a lot of Lodge eights. I don't have. I usually have one of, like Martin Stove and Range. I think I have one number eight. Um, what's the other one? Uh, Wagner. I think I might have two. Griswold. I might have two. BSNR. I think I have four now. I have three. I have two Red Mountain and one Century. So yeah, I mean, it's hard not to collect eights. They're really great in size. Like I don't think you can go wrong with a number eight. All right, let's see what else do we have. Pete L. I had a $20 gift card to a local store, and I picked it up a new Lodge chef skillet yesterday. I made a steak in it last night, and it turned out quite well. My wife likes it because it's lighter. It is actually the chef skillets for Lodge. They are lighter, and also the underside. So the underside, the cooking surface, it is a bit domed. And that's to prevent, because the casting of the chef skillets are thinner, that's to prevent any kind of warping. And if there is warping, it's going to go upward. So that's why it does have that upward bow on the cooking surface of that chef skillet. So if you take a look at your chef skillet, you'll see that there's an upward bow. But that's meant to be that way, and that's to prevent any kind of warping downward, since it is thinner on the bottom and on the sidewalls. That in itself also helps out sauteing. So that's what the chef skillets are meant for, sauteing. And that's why Lodge, I feel like, casted them a tiny bit thinner than the standard ones. Honey Badger says my favorite Lodge is still the Buffalo nickel pan. That I do love a lot, and I still have mine. I don't use it as frequent as I should. I should be using it more frequently, but I do not. Let's see. Huey Bryan says, yeah, the Buffalo and the Walking Liberty are some of the best also. Yeah, I agree. They are. And those are actually both from Cracker Barrel. So I don't really know how that works, but I want to say that Cracker Barrel gives out the design. Lodge makes the pattern for it, and they produce their cookware with the design. So if anything, I mean, Cracker Barrel is knocking it out of the park with these skillets that they bring out. I think it's one or two. So beginning of the year and one towards the end of the year, they'll bring out one each. One in the beginning, one in the end. Design a year. So technically two designs a year, and they always knock it out of the park. I do know that Cast Iron Chaos loved the Walking Liberty, and so do I. And that one actually, if you were lucky enough to get one, now I think last time I saw it on eBay, it was retailing for over $100. So people do like the Walking Liberty the most because it is one of the highest ones from Cracker Barrel. Huey Bryan says, my list says 65 to 92 for Blob and SK. Yeah, I want to say, I mean, that's just me, but I want to say that the Blob, this one here that I own, is older than this one. And the only reason is because of the just the way this one's made. You really do have to see it in person because I can't capture it in camera. But there's a lot more preciseness in this one than there is in this one. And I have a lot of the 90s Lodge that, because I have some of the wildlife skillets, they have this similar color and texture, so it makes me believe that perhaps this was in the late 80s, maybe beginning, mid 80s, late 80s, versus the this one here that's the Blob. That one I want to say was probably the 60s, maybe 70s. That's just my opinion. Yeah, so Honey Badger says the egg logo started in 72. Yeah, and they didn't run it for too long. I do wish that they would bring that back and some one as a legacy pan. Bring back that logo, just a standard skillet with that logo on the underside. That would be awesome. I think a lot of people would probably enjoy it too, and bring it back without the handle as well. So if you bring it back similar to the 3-notch, and do the 3-notch as well. Because if you guys have gone to the Lodge museum, the hammered skillet that they sell only at the museum actually also has the 3 notches on the heat ring, and the other ones, all the other modern ones that have a heat ring on the bottom, they do not have a like this one here has a heat ring. See, this one here has a heat ring. The Lodge museum skillet has the 3 notches, and it's a modern one. I mean, if they did a throwback like that, that would be pretty cool. If they brought back that logo, that would be awesome. And it's not the I'm sorry, it's not the egg logo. I think it's just their font name. It's a different style than the modern one that they have now. So it's a different style of logo. I don't know if you guys recall that one. Let's see. I'm trying to read earlier to see what you guys had been talking about. Ball's Black Cat's Rule says cast iron on the cheap is always a good deal to not pass up. Correct. And even if my wife might get upset because she says, "Well, how many of those do you need?" I need them all, especially when they're that cheap. Because there's no way I'm gonna pass up a deal like that. I would have to be severely ill for me to pass up on a deal like that. Handsome Stone says, Big Lou, what type of work do you do that allows you the freedom to have flexible schedule for this hobby, and by no means nothing too personal? Not that I have tons of flexibility, but I'm an HVAC tech. I work for a company that manages property here where I live. So I go into apartment homes. I go to businesses, and I manage the air conditioning units, the heaters, the space. What was the other one? The like warehouse heaters, businesses like restaurants, things of that nature, and I manage that. So I get called at all times of the hour, whether it's nighttime, whether it's daytime. So sometimes I can be at work at midnight. So sometimes I'll be at work from 12 to 6 in the morning, and then obviously the following day I don't necessarily full work, the full time. I'll work in maybe 2 to 3 hours, and it'll be, sporadic throughout the day. But things like that, I don't necessarily have the freedom, but the owner, I do know him very well. He's known my family, because my family also does work for him. He's known my family for a long time. I want to say about 30 plus years. I think we might be even be getting close to hitting the 40 years. My father met him back in the 80s and has worked for him since the 80s. My father was a carpet layer when he started working for my boss. And during that time, my boss also owned a casino here because I live in Nevada. He owned a casino here, and my dad was a carpet layer, he was not a carpet layer anymore, but he was a full-time carpet layer for several years. And he also commuted a lot to California, because he had a lot of properties out in California as well. So we did a lot of traveling when I was younger. My father would be gone for weeks, and when I started working and I got out of high school, he put me through school, sent me to the HVAC program. I learned the trade, and I learned a couple other things. I also manage his car wash, and I also manage his pools. So I'm a CPO certified operator. I'm a HVAC technician and also a car wash manager. So that kind of gives me the ability to go here and there, and do a lot of things. But I always find a way to manage my cast iron, my cooking, and my family time. It's very difficult. I feel like I don't have time to myself. I'll be honest, but I enjoy what I do. So that's a little backstory on how this whole thing is going on. But with that being said, let's see, what else do we have? Rick says, all that bread and no garlic bread? Right, I know. I should have given my wife a slice of bread. But what I did today was I actually went to work, and the bread that I had baked over the weekend, I do give it to friends and family and also coworkers. So I gave that out to friends and family and coworkers this Monday morning. Alright, let me catch up with the new stuff. Let's see what you guys are saying. Rick says, Luis, you have a full plate. You are correct. Sometimes I feel like I'm overdoing it. And that's why I've been kind of on and off with the streams. And right now that I have time, I figured it'd be a great time to do a stream. As I mentioned, it's not that I don't care, it's just that a lot of stuff has been going on. Val's Black Cat's Rule says HVAC. Wow, cool work. Yes, it's nice because it's always a random thing that I'm doing. I go and I meet random people. And at first I wasn't necessarily a people person per se. But, I mean, doing YouTube, and all these other things, you kind of have to. You have to be able to... oh, forgive me. You have to be able to speak with people. I have to drink some water. Been rambling on, guys. Alright, let's check on that bread because I didn't even set a timer, but I do think it's ready. Let's see. Oh, you can't see it there, but... yeah, I think it's ready. We're going to pull it out. I got my thermometer there so we can keep some temperature going. And yeah, we're going to take that out and see what happens. Let's see. I'm going to put you guys here. I'm going to try and adjust my tripod. Sorry, guys. There we go. Alrighty. Don't mean to get you guys all dizzy. I know that me moving around is not ideal. Huey Bryan says he finally found a bass to restore, just waiting for it to get in. You mean the 90s version, or the Bass Pro Shop version, or am I just thinking something else? All right, let's get the bread out, or the cover. We're gonna turn down the heat and put it on conventional bake. Might be a pancake, guys, so can't say that it's gonna be perfect. Oh my goodness, it's a big old balloon. Alright guys, so there you go. I think it turned out better than what I thought, so pleasantly surprised. We're gonna leave it in there for another 10 minutes. So remind me, guys, 10 minutes. Let me know when 10 minutes go by. Let me know to bring it out. Alrighty. And the thing that I like about the Challenger bread pan, guys, is that it does have these side handles here. So you can grab it there, you can grab it there, or you can grab it here on these sides as well. So I do like the extra handles. It's pretty awesome. Alrighty, guys, I'm counting on you guys to let me know when that is ready. So, because if I set a timer, I will probably set off my my phone or something, and I don't want to set that off because usually I use if I have an iPhone, so I use SIRI for help. I don't want to say the name because now it might trigger. So, anyway. Moving back, let's see, what else are we Actually, I think at this point we should probably do the giveaway. So I think we're ready. I've talked enough. I've rambled enough. I've kept you guys waiting long enough. Who donated $2? Thank you, by the way. I didn't see who donated $2. Thank you, guys. All right, so let's see. My house Black Cat Rule says, Luis, I'm just happy when you post stuff. You need more backyardigans music in your videos. Yeah. You know, this year I'm very disappointed in myself because I did no Dutch oven cooking, and that is my favorite thing to do. Out of out of all cast iron cooking, guys, Dutch oven cooking and cooking out like campfires and things of that nature, that is my absolute favorite, and I did none of it this year. Why? I have no idea. I didn't even use my Dutch ovens this year, nor did I use my any of my outdoor cooking gear, so sucks. Time flew way too fast this year for some reason. I don't know. I felt like I had no time to do anything. Rick says I got my timer set. Thank you, Rick. Oh, Honey Badger has one as well. Thank you, Honey Badger. All right, let's do the giveaway. So let me bring out the items so you guys can see them once again. For those of you that are just joining us, we are doing a giveaway. And I do ask that you subscribe to the channel so that way I can contact you and you guys can be notified of future giveaways and future content and things of that nature. So keep up to date with the channel. I do a lot of reviews with modern cookware, typically cast iron. I do some stainless steel and some enamel here and there, but mostly just a cast iron channel. But anyway, so let me grab the items and we'll get this going so you guys can go back to your busy week ahead of you guys, because I know we just started. Alrighty, so the giveaway is for bakers or anybody that's interested in baking. We have this brand new set here for sourdough bread baking. We have a proofing basket, bench knife, bowl scraper, a bread scoring tool, and also a liner. So with that, you guys will get this and a bread mat that is the same bread mat that I used in my baking right now. So very awesome. I like this a lot. This is not necessarily a replacement to parchment paper, but it does help out a lot. So I do like these. I do recommend that. Also, you will be getting the Lodge cookbooks that I do have here. You will be getting that as well. And lastly, a piece of cast iron. Oh, yeah, a piece of cast iron. Is going to be the double Dutch oven from Lodge. So this is the Lodge double Dutch oven. That is great for baking, for stews, for frying, for pancakes, pies, you name it. You can do anything with the top. You can do anything with the pot. And you can even bake some bread. And I've used this and showcased it on the channel several times to bake sourdough bread. It works like a charm and I love it a lot. So with that being said, oh, this is the logo I was talking about. If they could bring this back onto their pans with the 3-notch, that would be pretty awesome. This is the logo I was talking about. But anyway, with that being said, we're gonna do the giveaway. So let me do my usual spiel that I do, and then I have to say every single time that we do a giveaway. All right, guys. This giveaway is not sponsored or endorsed by YouTube. This is something that I do for the viewers, something that I do for those of you that have supported me for a very long time. And for those of you that just started following the channel, I do appreciate your support as well. Also, this is not sponsored or endorsed by any of the products that you see here. Lodge did send this, but they are not sponsoring this giveaway. So this is a gift from me to you guys for being so awesome, for joining the lives, for bearing with my shenanigans, because I'm always tardy to my own lives. I'm tardy to everything, guys. I feel horrible. But anyway, so yes, that is why we're doing giveaways, guys. And also for the Thanksgiving, and Thanksgiving, for Christmas, since Christmas is around the corner, we will be doing one more before the year ends, and hopefully I can get that out. So it would technically will be a Christmas gift from me to you guys, whoever wins the next giveaway. So stay tuned for the next live. I'm not sure if I'll do it this Thursday or if it'll be set for a Saturday or possibly even a Sunday. I will notify you guys. But with that being said, as I mentioned, not sponsored or endorsed by anyone or any platform here. So with that, please, you do have to, in order for you to be entered in this giveaway, you do have to be subscribed. You do have to like the video here as well. The live, once it goes, when the live is posted on the channel, if you can, please also hit the like button. And also, you have to be in the USA. Hawaii and Alaska, I think, is fine. But you do have to be in the USA. Sadly, it is way too expensive. I already looked into it for me to ship to Canada or ship anywhere else. So I'm sorry, guys. For those of you that are elsewhere watching me from somewhere else, I cannot ship to you guys. So, as I said, USA only, and be a subscriber. So with that being said, let's get started. My giveaways, I don't have a password or anything of that nature. So all you got to do is give me a number from 1 to 200. Please do not spam your number. Also, if we have somebody with the same number, we will have them, if they win, we will have them do a second draw and do a tiebreaker. So you guys can go ahead and place your numbers 1 to 200. 1 to 200. And I will give you guys about 3 minutes to do so. As I mentioned, please don't spam the number. Just place it once and we'll keep it at that. Do not change your number, guys. I would greatly appreciate that as well. Oh, we got a lot of numbers flying in. Let's see, do we have any same numbers here so far? So far, I think everybody's chosen numbers that are not the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So far, we got 24 entries. 24 entries. We'll give it another 2 minutes. 2 minutes. And so within those 2 minutes, we'll do the random number generator. Once again, I will reiterate, this giveaway is not sponsored or endorsed by Lodge nor by YouTube. This is something that I do for the viewers. This is something that I do for those of you that are subscribed to the channel. This is a thank you to all of you guys for spending time with me. And I do know that your time is valuable. So this is my way of giving back to those of you that have been here watching me do, things here and there. So this is a thank you. This is why I do the giveaways for you guys, as a thank you. Oh, everybody's saying timer. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you guys for letting me know. Let me grab the, let me take it out. And right before we proceed with the giveaway, we're just going to do a quick look at the bread. Oh yeah, this actually turned out a whole lot better than what I thought it would. Look at that, guys. It is not whole wheat. It is partial whole wheat, but not whole wheat. And it did a pretty darn good job. So let's see if I can lift a little bit on the side so you guys can see. And this is why I love the bread mat that is also included in the giveaway. One of the bread mats. And let's check the underside. Perfectly baked, not scorched whatsoever, as you guys can see there. That is why I like using the the cooling rack. My goodness, I don't know why I was having such a hard time remembering that, but yes, the cooling rack. That's a great trick. I don't remember where I saw it, but most likely on Instagram. I do like spending a lot of time on Instagram, guys. I also have a lot of things that I post on Instagram and TikTok, so if you guys can give me a follow there as well, I would greatly appreciate it. Anyway, guys, so yes, let's get going. Alrighty, here we go. Good luck to everybody. Let's get into the giveaway portion. So once again, these are the parts as a giveaway. This is what you're gonna get. Alright, guys, let's see who the lucky winner is. Alrighty, so we're gonna do here minimum 1, maximum 200. Done. Alrighty, and so you guys can see, no cheating. We're gonna go right ahead and go. 140. Who got 140? Let's see. Let me check. That is the winning number, 140. Now let me check the chat and see whose number was 140. We got 127. Pete L, 142. 2 away from 140. Let's see, who else do we have? All right, I think it's Pete, guys. I think Pete won. His number was 142, and the number shown was 140. Congratulations to Pete for winning the Lodge combo, or not combo cooker. I was gonna say combo cooker. No, this is a double Dutch oven, guys. So congratulations to Pete. He is the winner of the double Dutch oven. Also the cookbooks from Lodge, the bread mat, and also the bread kit, sourdough bread kit. So congratulations, Pete. Now, Pete, all I need from you is I need your address. So email me. You can find my email if you go to the YouTube. Yes, YouTube on a browser. You can find my email there. But if you cannot, let's make it easier. I can just give it to you guys now, or I can give it to you now. Email me at Lou, which is LU 71787 at gmail.com. Once again, email me at Lou, LU 71787 at gmail.com. I will be asking also confirmation, so I am sure that it is you and not somebody else that's trying to cheat. So I will be asking you a series of questions, nothing too difficult, and that way I can verify that it is indeed you that is sending me that email. So once again, Pete, send me that email as soon as you can, and I will ship this as soon as possible. With that, guys, I think that is it for today. I think I would like to cut into the bread, but just so you guys know that when you bake bread, you do want to wait at least 1 hour before you cut into it. Otherwise, your bread can become gummy, and that's just a little tip there for you guys. So yes, even though it's very tempting to cut into freshly baked bread, I do not recommend it. Now, if you do have a bread that has been previously baked, it is more than okay if you stick it in the oven and you cut into it to get warm bread, perfectly fine. But if you just baked it, I recommend that you wait 1 hour before you cut into it. Otherwise, it's going to be gummy. Alrighty, guys, and with that, I will see you guys on the next one. Keep an eye out for a post, community post that I will most likely do for the live. It most likely will be Thursday, but if not, keep an eye out. I might switch it up and possibly Saturday or Sunday. I'll let you guys know. But with that, everybody have a lovely night. It is Monday, so I do know that you guys have to go to work. So good luck to everybody tomorrow morning. Safe travels to everybody going to work, and take care. So thank you guys for spending some time with me tonight. I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye, guys.